record on this computer. And welcome to your team call. Thank you guys so much for hopping on. It is, I was about to say September 4th. No, it's August 4th. It is August 4th. And today, what we're going to do after a couple quick announcements, we are going to be speaking on the concept of posture, as well as, doing kind of like a basics again to just kind of recruiting and inviting, again, kind of skills that we need to keep just remembering, keep honing in on, keep repeating until, again, it's something of habit. One thing I will say, guys, is that whatever your needs are, whatever things you're struggling with, make sure that you're reaching out to your coach, letting them know, because they can always funnel back to us what type of topics would serve, what type of topics you would like to see and what you feel would serve you. So just keep that in mind. Couple quick announcements, brand new month. So really excited. We have the codes again, the discount codes again. So all of you who are active coaches should have received 3 discount codes in your different CBCs. So those who have the spouse account that also has been active, they should also get the 3 discount codes. So again, I know that was very popular last month. I don't know if for some of you, if you utilize that, make it a goal for yourself to have no discount codes by the end of the month. And so where is everybody? Like I can't see half of you guys. Like half the screen is like I see everyone is like half is black and half is, I see everyone's faces. But yeah, so basically make sure to use all your temporary codes. It's a great way to incentivize. It's also a great way to, what's the word I'm looking for? To create urgency. I know throughout the month, throughout the month, the way I used it is I would reach out to people and I would say, hey, I only have one code. I have one $10 discount code. It's valid until the end of the day. Do you think you're going to order today, or should I go ahead and give it to someone else? And it created some urgency, or maybe I said over 48 hours. So again, use it to create some urgency, and to also get an idea of when people will, when they plan on purchasing. Another thing I want to say, we have our business builder group that's getting started. So very excited about that. We have Astea and JT and Hannah, Chelsea, Ariel who are in that group. And so very excited, guys, because that group specifically, we're going to go a little bit deeper into some of the more, not necessarily complex topics, but we're going to talk about volume and rank advancing and how to, in a sense, how to kind of build your downline so that you can prioritize more of the financial success. So again, these are going to be, just a little bit more in-depth topics. So if you're interested in wanting to get access to some of those topics, make it a goal to be in the Business Builder group in September. It's crazy. I'm like my months in September. The way that you qualify for the Business Builder group is to hit Success Club 5 throughout this month, and that will help to qualify you into the group. So again, it's going to be a little bit more in-depth training, a little bit more kind of time with leaders within the team. So it's going to be a huge, tremendous, is it not as soon as you hit Success Club? That is a good question. So Chelsea, I have to confirm. I don't want to say something. Okay, it is. Okay, so Chelsea is saying yes. Okay, I didn't realize that part of the rule. So yeah, so as soon as you hit Success Club, you will be added to that group. So even more incentive. As soon as you hit Success Club in September, you'll be allowed access. Perfect. Okay, good to know. So that as you guys know. Okay, awesome, great. So, and if you don't hit Success Club the next month, then you'll be removed. Yeah. The idea, guys, is that we really want to encourage Success Club, more so because it really truly is an objective measure to know that you are growing your team consistently and you're laying a strong foundation to grow your business. That's one of the most objective things that we can look at is are you hitting Success Club? I think for me, I'm in my 60 something month of hitting Success Club 5 consistently since I started coaching. And so again, it's the number one measure of objective data that we can look at. And so we want to celebrate that. We want to encourage that because it is something that is very important when you are building a solid business, I would say. So anyway, All right. So with that said, oh, and also this week, also in the team page, we updated the team calls, not the team calls, but the power hours. And so the power hours this week will be Monday. It will be hosted by Katie. It'll be at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Tuesday, it'll be at 8:20 in the morning with Lenny, and that'll be from 8:20 to 8:50. Wednesday, it'll be in the evening at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So we'll be doing the live power hour. Also, Thursday will be the power hour at 12 p.m. for those who want to get it in during around lunchtime. Also, Thursday will be the weekly Q&A that I will be hosting that. That'll be at 8 p.m. on Thursday. And again, this is all within the banner. And then Friday will be 7 a.m. In the morning with Eastern Standard Time with Miss Chelsea. So definitely take advantage of those. A lot of them will be hosted in the team page, so you'll be able to access them even if you can't necessarily access it at that time. Again, we are creating these guys to give you guys a little bit of structure of what you should be doing within an hour, okay? And that's the whole point. So make sure that you are taking full advantage of those power hours and utilizing them as structure within your business. Okay, all right. So what we're going to do is we're going to talk a little bit about posture. Let me go ahead and share my screen. Share. Okay. Posture and recruiting. And so posture, so let's go ahead. So posture is the belief that you have regardless of external acceptance or approval, okay? And there are actually 3 phases of posture. Number 1 is the timid stage. Number 2 is the know-it-all stage. And number 3 is the sage stage, okay? So what I want to do is I actually want to take some time and I actually want to share a 5-minute video on posturing before I go a little bit more into posturing. So that's what we're going to do right now, and I hope it'll work for me. Let's see. No, sorry. Let me find it real quick. Here it is. Awesome. So hopefully give me a thumbs up if you guys can hear.
Hi, this is Ray Higdon, and today I'm going to share with you all about posture. You've probably heard about you got to maintain your posture when you're prospecting people, cold market, warm market, online, offline. So today I'm going to share with you how to hold your posture. Going to give you a few examples, so stay tuned. Okay, so what is posture? Well, I define posture as knowing what you have without the need for outside acceptance or approval, right? And my most famous example that I use all the time is from one of the Matrix movies where Morpheus believes that Neo is the one, and someone says, well, some people don't believe that, and Morpheus says, my belief doesn't require them to. So do you require people to accept and approve what it is that you are doing? Well, posture would dictate that you don't, okay? You don't need acceptance and approval. And you don't need to adhere to other people's, questions, advice, suggestions, etc. that's outside of your system. So let me give you some examples because that might be a little murky for you to understand. A lot of times you will hear uplines and you'll hear different trainers. They say, you want to, be in a hurry. You want to invite people to things. You want to point them to resources and not explain what it is, right? And so some people, they struggle when the other person says, well, what is it, right? And they struggle. They're like, oh, what do I say? Do I stick to my system or do I break and tell them a little bit? Well, posture will have you stick to your system. And so let me give you an example. So if I'm talking to somebody, my model and the model that I suggest to people is, be in a hurry, right? Ask a qualifying question, grab their information, and possibly point them to a resource. And so I may say something like, hey, just curious, would you be at all open to a side project if it didn't interfere with what you're currently doing? And they either say yes or no, or they may even say, what is it? Well, let's just assume they're going to say, what is it? I'm going to say, absolutely, more than happy to share with you what it is. Tell you what, let me grab your information. I got to run to a meeting, and I can follow up with you here in a little bit. Okay. Now, when I talk to them, I'm going to point them to a resource. So let's say at that point, they try to shortcut the resource. So let's say I say, hey, I got this, short video, check it out to see if it's a fit for you or not. And, here's the link, go watch that. And then let's set up a follow-up time. And if they say something like, well, what is it? Before I watch this video, just tell me what it is. Okay. They're trying to pull you out of posture. And what I'm going to say is, hey, to be honest, I would feel more comfortable if you watch the video to see if it's a fit for you or not, because it may not be. Okay, it may not be a fit. Now, if they keep pressing, my posture kicks in. If they keep pressing, they say, well, tell me what it is. I'll say, tell you what, man, if you're unable to watch the video, it just might not be a fit for you. I got another call coming in. Hey, I'll catch up with you later. I'm going to get out of there. Okay. I don't need to attempt to close every single person that I talk to. I just don't need it. And I'll give you another example. There was a guy the other night, he sent me a Facebook message and he said, hey, tell me all about this marketing system that you use. And I say, sure, absolutely. This video explains it. You just got to, enter your name and email. You can watch the video. It explains it. And he responded to me. He said, I get way too much junk mail, so I don't enter my name and email anywhere. Now, how would you respond? I'll tell you how I responded. I said, okay, cool. I understand. That was it. I didn't say, oh no, okay, well here, let me explain to you. No, because my posture kicks in. I stick to a system. It's what allows me to connect with so many people and not spend way too much time on someone who's already kind of being a pain in the butt. You see, if you focus in on people who are pains in the butt, you're going to create a team of pain in the butts. We don't want that. We want people that are a joy to be around. We want people that are cool. We want people that are going to, go through the system as the system is designed, because that's also how they're going to tell their prospects about how to build the business. So I hope that this helps you in your posturing efforts. I hope it helps you when you're talking to more people. Stick to the system. Be postured. Don't let them push you around, and you're going to be getting more results in your network marketing opportunity. And so if you are inside of network.
All right. So guys, I hope that video was a little helpful to you guys, just to explain posturing. And really the idea, I'm just going to stop this. Actually, I'll just throw this up here for a second. Yeah. So the idea, when he says for us, and so Ray Higgins is an amazing trainer, by the way. If you guys are interested in more training like that, network marketing, which I always suggest is getting good quality network marketing training, either from Eric Worre. Ray Higgins is a great person. So again, if you want more information about that, send me a message. I'll get you more information about that. But in a sense, for us, how to apply that to us. So posture, in my sense, posture is related also to confidence in our products and confidence in what we have to offer, and also knowing what your system is. So for us, our system is following scripts. It's sending third-party tools such as graphics, such as, the coach opportunity video, and sticking to that. Because one thing I like that he says is that if we can't even get a person to watch a video, that, to do one simple thing, then you know what? This business, this opportunity may not be for them. And that's okay. You know what I mean? Like, that's okay. You don't want someone that you're going to have to bring into this business and you're going to have to hold their hand the entire time, because guess what? You're a busy individual. You want to be working with like-minded, open-minded, coachable people, and so if they can't even go through the system the way that it's meant to go, meant to be, they're not going to be able to do that themselves and duplicate that. So keep that in mind. Also, what I love is that, posturing, and so let's just go right into it. So posturing, so the timid stage 1. And, you guys can make a mental note of where are you in your business. You are reluctant to share the opportunity. So if you're more timid, you prejudge. So that means, you are saying, oh no, I don't think this person is going to want to do the business. Let me tell you, one of the worst things you can do is prejudge someone, because you don't know what's going on in their business. In their life. You don't know what type of opportunity they may be open to. Do not prejudge someone. Because remember, you're looking at someone's life from the outside. You're looking at what they choose to show you. You don't know everything about them, right? You don't know what they may or may not be open to. So the best thing you can do is simply offer the opportunity, say if they would be interested in learning about another way to earn an extra stream of income, or if they're looking for another way to get in shape or reach their goals, but just never prejudge person. So if you're someone that you're still prejudging people, you're still in this first stage of posture, and you have little self-belief in yourself and in the product. This is why that vital behavior of being proof that the product works is so vital, right? Because we want you to have that transformation. We want you to have that belief, because let me tell you, when you have that belief and you know, listen, this system, this tool in my toolbox has helped me and has changed my life. I've been able to travel all over the world. I have my own personal story with it. You know, it's a tool in my toolbox. And whenever I talk about Shakeology, or whenever I talk about Energize, whenever people are like, I've had people come up to me and they're like, one person who's familiar with our product, she's like, you know what, just listening to you talk about it, and I know about Shakeology and I have never wanted to try Shakeology, but just listening to you explain it and your passion and your excitement about it makes me want to try it. And so you want to have that same excitement and that same confidence and that same posture in what you have to offer. And if you're not there yet, be mindful of that, because that may be why you may not be seeing the sales or seeing the success that you want, because you still need to build that posture. So so stage 1 is the timid posture. Stage 2 is the know-it-all posture, the know-it-all stage. This is where you have kind of like this don't take no for an answer attitude. This is where you have belief and you try to convince everyone that you have the best thing ever, right? Because remember, guys, what we have is amazing, but it's not necessarily for everyone. And that's okay. That's the market. That's the idea of having a competitive market. That's the idea of having different things out there. And it's okay. Not everyone's going to want a Beachbody product. Not everyone's going to want Beachbody on demand. Maybe they want Les Mills on demand. Maybe they want the booty yoga on demand. Maybe they want a Peloton bike. Maybe they want to go to Orange Theory. None of that is bad, right? None of that is bad. And so we are here to find a need that our customer has and present them with our solution to their need. And then they decide, right? We have to take our emotions out of the outcome. That's one of the number one mindset shifts that will make or break you in this business, is if you tie your emotions to the outcome, you will sink fast in this business. Because guess what? You're going to hear so much no's, so many rejections, so many people who are not ready. And if you take every single one of those personally, like it has to do anything with you, you are wrong. You are wrong. It does not have to do anything with you. It has to do with whether or not they're ready for the opportunity, whether or not they want to, they want to invest in a healthy solution, whether or not they want to invest in a business. It just depends. It has nothing to do with us. So take your emotion off the outcome. And so stage 2, again, is having, you don't take no for an answer. You know all the objections. So by now, you know all the objections. Oh, I don't have enough time. I don't have enough money. I don't want to be in a pyramid scheme. I don't want, oh, I've tried this before and it was horrible. I was in a direct marketing. I was in like Arbonne or whatever, or Herbalife, or all these other different MLMs that are out there. And it was just horrible. I was in Juice Plus. I was in this. There's so many MLMs. And so, and they had a horrible experience. And so many different objections, guys, and you know how to overcome them. And it's a good thing. And the reason why this is here is because, again, you are trying to spend a lot of time convincing them. Okay. Again, our idea, the way I approach this, is that it is not my job to convince you at all. This is either for you or it's not. I just want to know if it's for you, because if it's not, I'm going to keep it moving, because I want to make sure that I'm growing. I want to make sure that I'm talking to more people. I want to make sure that I'm presenting what I have to offer in front of new people. And I'm not going to waste my time with people who are not ready for it. Number 3 is the sage stage. This is where you no longer need to convince people that you are right. Instead of convincing, you are looking for like-minded people. You are looking for people who are coachable, ready to work, hungry, and open-minded. And this is obviously for those who want to come into the business. This is the type of that, like the skill sets and the mindset that you're looking for in a coach prospect. But even in someone who may just be a customer, you want someone who's ready to work, someone who is ready to drop their excuses, who's open-minded, who's open for growth, and who's going to be coachable. And if you find anyone who doesn't match the above, you disqualify them and you move on. It is not your job to convince anyone, okay? Just remember that, write that, because I see a lot of coaches who they succumb to that idea that they need to convince, that they need to, try to get them into the business. Listen, that's not our role. You'll spend a lot of energy trying to do that, and that's not where your energy should be spent. And if someone turns you down, you don't try to convince them. You use a beautiful way to handle the rejection, and you keep the relationship intact and professional, right? Again, this is where you don't take it personally. Someone says no to you, it's okay. You can still be their friend. You can still support them. You can still check in with them 5 months later, 6 months later to see how they're doing in their wellness journey, right? You can still build that rapport, because even if someone says no, all it means is no, not right now, okay? So really think about, this is one of the key concepts in network marketing training, is this idea of posture and what type of posture do you have? And it's incredibly important that you build upon this. A great book actually is the Eric Worre has a great book called Network Marketing. Oh, GoPro. I think it's actually called GoPro. And it's a great network marketing book when it comes to just learning the just kind of the basic kind of training that's across all network marketing. Let me see. Someone is saying something here. Oh, let me see. People can smell desperation. I like to let it be known that I will do this with or without them. Exactly. Yeah, that's exactly right. And trust me, nothing, people will see when you're here, 2 years later and you're looking, here it is, GoPro. Yeah, when you're here 2 years later and you're looking amazing and you're happy and you have this great group of friends, trust me, they're gonna remember when they told you no, and they're gonna be like, all right, let me try this thing, let me try this opportunity, I wanna be involved. There's another book in there too that I gotta find it for you guys. It's by a woman that's also really good. There's a couple really good network marketing training books. Gosh, I can't remember the name of it, but there's one book. I'll post it in the team page once I remember. So that's posturing. So really think about, guys, where you are. Your goal, even if you're in stage 1, is to get to stage 3. So now, with that being said, again, thinking about our system, I just wanted to go over the system again, because I know we have newer coaches on here, and I just want to reiterate the idea that we have scripts for you. So actually, first I want to say is that you want to make sure that you're always building relationship and rapport. And so rapport is just conversation. It's getting to know someone. It's realizing that, what was it that you told me, Luke, that someone, we don't want to always just be talking to someone whenever we want them to buy from us. We want them to know that we care and that we're here for them wherever they are in their life journey, wherever they are with what's going on in their, with whatever's going on. And people can tell when you're just reaching out to them just for a sale. What's the best approach to promote a challenge with people who are selecting programs with different durations? So honestly, I just say that I am promoting my wellness bootcamp. And I just keep it very general. I just will promote my Curvy Girl boot. I call my boot camp the Curvy Girl boot camp across the board. And then what I usually do is when I go to talk to them, I will promote the most recent challenge pack. Or if right now I'm promoting MM100, but even though I'm promoting MM100, they're all going into the same group. So I don't have a separate group for different programs. So really it's just come up with a name for your challenge group or your wellness community, and just say that you're opening spots for your next, you're opening spots for the next boot camp, or for your, you're opening spots for your next boot camp. And you could just name it your wellness community, your accountability group. You can actually give it a name. And when I first started, every month I would have like a different theme, but I always put them into the same group. So I never started a new group. So I would have like Spring Forward, Spring Forward March, or I would have like, I don't know, I can't even remember. That was a long time ago that I would do that. That was just so complicated. Like it was just too much work to think of a new name every single month. So I just I keep it now to my Curvy Girl Bootcamp or my wellness community. Like I keep it that simple. And so again, so you don't have to have, does that answer your question, Alejandra? I'm not sure. I don't know where you are, but I'm not sure if that answers. I can't see you, so I'm not sure. But let me know if that answers.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, I finally figured it out. Yeah, basically, I was just wondering because I'm trying to do like a transformation challenge, but
Right.
I wanted to. I already have some challengers, but they want to do different programs, and so I was trying to say, like, okay, you'll get a prize for the biggest transformation, so to speak. But then I was kind of thinking, it's like, okay, well, some people are going to be done in 30 days, some people are going to be done in 90. What would be a good way to say, okay, the winner is, or I should say, like, okay, after 90 days or something.
So in terms of that, what I would say is maybe stick to more of like an accountability type prize. So saying like if you post 3 or 4 times a week for the, within the 4 weeks, the person who does that goes into a prize.
Okay.
Because you have to remember, people are going to lose. Like that's going to be a very subjective measure for you to say who's going to have the biggest transformation. Because are you going to say biggest transformation physically, biggest transformation emotionally, biggest, you know what I mean? Like, so what I would do is I would just kind of promote it as like, hey, we're going to have I'm going to have a contest, and it's going to be based on posting and, making sure you post your Shakeology or you post your nutrition. If they don't have Shakeology, or they post their workout, and maybe you say it's going to be 3 times a week, 4 times a week, and those people will go into a drawing. And then at the end, you can go on a live and just put all the names in a hat and draw out the winner. So you can, that's something you can do there. That's what I would do. I think Hannah's saying something here. I usually have a separate group for the new thing out, but we always go back to our main ongoing group. So if they aren't doing the new thing, they just share it in the main group. Maybe extra points into the drawing for anyone who submits their before and afters. That's another good way, to, I think I lost her. I don't see her. Oh, there she is. Okay. And that way it's not all based around the physical, but that way we get some pics to share as well, is what Hannah is suggesting, Alejandra.
How are you guys getting people to sign up? Like, one of the things that I'm also trying to increase is a lot of people like the t-shirts after you complete the challenges. Are we still, like, do you guys promote that? Because I was trying to get everybody to encourage them to do the before and afters by letting them know, well, if you complete the full challenge, we got to do your measurements, your before and your after pictures, and submit that, and you'll get a free t-shirt for the program that you've completed. Of course,
they're not doing it anymore.
Supplies last.
Yeah, they're not doing that. They're not doing that anymore. I think you get one prize, I think, either per year, or I'd have to see, because I think it's either per year or I think just per challenger. I think per entry you get only one prize now. You don't do it for every single program. So I would just, one thing. I'm sorry?
Per year. No, I was just saying it is 1 per year.
Yeah, it's 1 per year. So you can offer something yourself, Alejandra. Like you can offer like a little gift bag or like a little goodie bag for those who complete it. Maybe you get some, some sample packets of some of our products, or maybe you pick some of your favorite products that you like to use, whether some bars, snack bars, and then you just send them like a little thank you card, or maybe you buy you have like some t-shirts made. But that's something, you can do as well. As if you want to kind of encourage that more and offer a prize for that.
Okay. I don't think any of my challengers, some of them are doing another program, but they've never completed that. So they would still, technically, I guess all of them would participate in that, correct?
Right.
Okay. Awesome. Thank you, guys.
You're welcome. Okay. Awesome. All right. So making sure that you are spending time building rapport, asking people about their wellness goals, asking them about their occupation, their family, their recreation. Again, because not every single person is going to be ready to necessarily start their journey. You want to see what their needs are. So asking them about their nutrition, asking them, looking to see what one of our products can serve their needs. So like, let's say, for example, they tell you they love running and that they spend all this time training for a marathon. Maybe you say, okay, well, what are you doing for cross training? What are you doing to build core strength? What are you doing for your supplements, for your electrolyte repletion? So you may not necessarily need to, that's an opportunity to get them on board for some cross training opportunities, some PiYo, some strength building, or even if they're not interested in that, maybe in our electrolyte repletion. And so it's just really listening to people and listening to their pain points within their health. Are they having trouble going to the bathroom? Could they benefit from Shakeology or the digestive boost or the power greens? Again, just build in that. You'll get a lot of that information simply by asking them like what their wellness goals are, what their nutrition is like, so that you can then make give them the best suggestion and of what we have to offer. Using scripts. So again, this is just, and some of you may say like, I know this already, but again, this is for just reiterating that everyone should have some sort of scripting system that they use. This is, asking people, what are your wellness goals? Tell me a little bit more about your nutrition, and then going immediately into either sharing a graphic or other third-party tool. So we have graphics for MM100. If you don't have them, ask your coach, ask your sponsor coach, because they will have, I guarantee you, they will have access to them. But you should, again, it's just literally getting information, asking them what their goals are, asking them what their nutrition may be like, maybe if you want, and then just immediately presenting and saying, okay, great. I really think our system would be wonderful for you. Here are our different packages. Take a look at the graphic below and let me know which one would serve you. I mean, that's how I always say, let me know which one would serve you. I don't let them, I don't choose the package for them. I let them choose it for themselves. I don't give a breakdown. Some people give a breakdown. I used to give a breakdown for years. I find I don't have to do that as much anymore, so I stopped doing that as well. But you can also give a breakdown as well. That way it's not all, okay. One pain point from a potential new client. What program has been successful for clients if they have shin splints? The only one I've suggested is 3-week yoga retreat for now. I would say 3-week yoga retreat, PiYo would be good. Any type of low impact workout, but really I would say just because you don't want them pounding on and doing any HIIT training. So I would just stick with PiYo and 3-week yoga for now until they have no more pain in their shins, is what I would say. So those are the only two options for that I would personally say. So again, guys, so making sure that you're using the third party tools. Have all of you guys seen the new coach prospecting video from Beachbody? They just released it last weekend at Super Saturday. So it's in the team page. I posted it in the team page. That is what that's one of the tools we could use to promote, when someone says, can you tell me more about the coaching opportunity? Then you would respond back and say, absolutely, I'd love to share more with you. Do you have time to watch a 6-minute video? And then they will say yes. And then you'll say, okay, great, here's the video. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know what you enjoyed from the video when you're done with it. And then that's how you present that you present it in that way. You always want to ask someone after they watched a video, what did you enjoy most? Because again, you're leading them with something positive. What did you enjoy most from what you read? What did you enjoy most from what you saw after you send them something? Again, letting them say yes in their mind and giving you something positive. So that video is really great for the coach prospecting. It's 6 minutes long. And then we have a longer one that one of my friends, Brooke, made that everyone is using in the network. It's like 10 minutes. And that one's also a really good resource as well. So again, those are 2 third-party tools. Third-party tools are also any type of promo video that Beachbody may put out. So all of you guys should be familiar with Beachbody on YouTube and Beachbody on Vimeo. Actually, they'll be both the same, but check them out. Check out, go to the Vimeo, go to the Beachbody channel on YouTube, the channel on Vimeo. There's a lot of information on there. There's a lot of great videos that will explain, Energize, will explain the snack bars, will explain so that you don't have to explain it. Beachbody literally has spent millions of dollars, putting this information together for us, so utilize it. Make sure you're utilizing it. So again, and that if you think about it, guys, that also, it levels the playing field, right? Because if we're all using the same tools, then it has literally nothing really to do with you in a sense, because we're all using the same tools. If you're using the same exact scripting, the same exact graphics, like it really, it's just really a matter of whether or not they see the value, whether or not they're ready to invest in themselves. And if they're not, you just say, okay, would it be great if I can follow up with you in 3 months? And I promise you, most people will say yes. So always ask for that follow. And then in 3 months, you reach out to them again and you ask them how they're doing with their wellness goals. It's been a while since you reached out, since you connected. So again, something to think about. So making sure that you're utilizing third-party tools. And again, when you're using the third-party tools in the scripts, it also diminishes your time that you need to spend talking to them. Because if you're literally just asking them 1 or 2 questions and then you're sending the graphic, and then after that, you go into your follow-up. Okay? And then that's it for that. Fortune is in the follow-up. So like I said, on average, it takes at least 6 to 7 exposures before someone commits to what you have to offer, and only if it serves their need. So 6 to 7 exposures. Those who have been in this business long enough, they know this, they see this, they have seen that it can sometimes even take more. And those 6 to 7 exposures may happen over the course of a year, may happen over the course of 2 years, who knows? But again, it takes on average, those 6 to 7 exposures. So again, this is all information, common knowledge, common, factual statistics, so that again, it's also that you guys get out of your head and take more action so that you don't take things personally, right? Remember, do not take things personally. You really shouldn't be taking a lot personally. So always ask for a follow-up date. And that's something that we're very good at, is just asking for that, hey, when do you think you'll have an opportunity to watch this video? Do you think you'll be able to watch it tomorrow? And, or give, don't be afraid to ask for those deadlines, and again, especially when someone says they're interested, like when you have someone who says that they're interested, the next question should be, awesome, when do you think you would like to order? You send them the link and then you say, great, when do you think you'll be ordering, or when would you like to order? That's really valuable information, right? Because if they say, oh, we're going to do it tonight, then you know to expect it tonight. And if they don't, then you can follow up tomorrow or in 2 days. But if they say, oh yeah, I'm actually going to wait to the end of the month, now not to spend too much time following up with them until the end of the month. And so now you can put that in your note, and that's valuable information. Also, when someone tells you no and you ask, okay, great, that's fine, not a problem, I understand. Would it be okay if I follow up with you in 3 months, 4 months? If someone says, oh, I'm having a baby, ask them when the baby's due date is, follow up with them, a little bit closer to then, just send them, some well wishes, you want to stay on their radar. You want to stay on their radar. You want them to be thinking of you, that when they are ready, because all mamas after they give birth are like ready to start losing weight, usually. But, you want to be on their radar so that they are like, who do I know? Or what can I do? Oh yeah, I remember, Hannah, I don't know how she does it. She's like 4 kids and she's looking phenomenal, and so like you want them to, to think of you, when they are ready to get in shape. So some common follow-up scripts that we use, and this is actually in the units in our team page. So I just pulled this out from there and I'm just, highlighting them, but this is literally what we use over and over and over again. And so, we're saying, and let's say we send someone something to review, we just say, hey, I just wanted to check in and see if you had a chance to review the information I sent you, excited to help you with your goals. And then you wait, you follow up in 2-3 days, you see, you just kind of keep that communication going. We have, hey, how are you, girl? You had expressed interest in one of my fitness group posts in the past. I sent you an email and never heard back from you. Would love to still help you. If you're interested, please let me know. Either way, your thoughts, please. Hey, I'm finalizing my group and I'm saving you a spot like promised. This is great, especially now that we have those codes. One thing I think I posted in the team page from Miguel, he really uses this as saying, hey, I sent you, I have 3 coupon codes and I've been saving one for you. Do you think you're going to use it? If not, I have a couple other people in line who would utilize it. Are you ready to take action now, or should I, reach back out to you in a couple, at a later date or something along the lines? Again, just trying to create some urgency and trying to get an answer from them, because I'd much rather get a no than someone who's out in limbo. I'd rather get a no, because then I could put them down as a no and then I can move on. When someone's in limbo, I'm still waiting for that no. So yeah, I'm finalizing my group and I'm saving you a spot like promised. Are you still wanting to join us? If not, no problem, but I would love to know so I can let those on the waiting list know that a spot is available since they are ready to get started. Talk soon. We also say, hey, just checking back with you. Our fitness challenge is starting soon. And if you want to get started, you'll need to let me know ASAP. If not, that's fine. I just didn't want to leave you out if you were planning on joining. Are you in? Another thing we'll say is, hey, how are you? I hope you have not forgotten about me. Hope you are well. And that may be someone who maybe got lost to follow up, maybe went MIA. Again, this is just, be staying on their radar, staying connected to them. And then the last one that I would just mention is common follow-up scripts for customers. I would say it's like, hey, how are you? It's been a while since I heard from you. I hope you're still working on yourself and going after your goals and making progress. Would love to know how things are going. Looking forward to hearing from you. I know for me, for whatever reason, a lot of my customers don't like posting. they respond to us more through these personal messages. I don't know what the experience is like for some of the other leaders, but mine legit just don't like, most of them don't like posting. We have to message them, we have to email them, and they'll respond to me that way. So this is why we have it part of our follow-up, because otherwise, you know, they're not really checking the groups. I mean, you know, historically, my groups have never been super active. And again, that's okay. And I've never, you know, I'm just like, all right, I know that they're using the products and they just prefer more of that email, more of the direct messaging to kind of follow back up with me. So, hey, how are you? I've noticed that you have been silent lately, and I'm not sure if you have been seeing my messages and or emails. Please let me know that you're doing okay. Would love to hear from you. That's someone who I'm repeatedly sending them messages and they're not getting back to me. So that's something I would send to them. So, all right, well, that's kind of all I have for you right now. Do you guys have any questions right now about anything? Great questions, Alejandra. Thank you for sharing them. Wasn't sure though if anyone else had any other questions.
I just have one more question, Stephanie.
Yeah.
I know, like, I've been trying to get familiarized a little bit more with the products and things to say. But one of the other things that I noticed in our coach office is that section that it says like training.
Uh-huh.
But every time I click on that for resources, it asks for a user ID and password. I've tried doing that, and it says it's a different login. And I've messaged the helpline, but I've never gotten a reply. So I was just curious if anyone's ever been able to use that, because it says it's got like different trainings and resources, but I can never get in it.
Yeah, you should be able to access it. I would just I would send an email and keep trying to, because you should be able to access it.
Okay, what kind of stuff do we have in there?
It's the same. It's the training that's similar to what we have in the units on the team page.
Okay.
So we've taken some of that stuff and we put them onto the team page. So it's really a lot of that's the same stuff that's on the team page.
Okay. Thank you much.
Yep. Any other questions, concerns? Nope. Awesome. Well, thank you guys. Thank you for coming in, and I hope that you guys have an amazing week. Bye.